Welcome to this episode of Witchspace. I'm Commander Burr. Kind of based on an original idea by Commander Vindicator Jones. For some time now I've been flirting with the idea of concentrating a bit more in Elite on ground attack with a view to getting reasonably good at it. Now I should preface my comments at this point with the following: I'm not there yet. I'm definitely not there yet. But I am enjoying the learning process, and as I was finding it enjoyable, I thought I'd share with you what I'd managed to achieve so far, with a view to maybe inspiring some of you to take a look at this area of the game that you might not yet have tried. Now I said a moment ago this was based off of an idea by Vindicator Jones. I've linked to a couple of his excellent videos in the subject description below. If you are interested in this stuff, I'd urge you to look at those videos. They're quite old at this point, so some of the loadouts don't particularly translate exactly anymore, but the basic principles are definitely what I'm working off of here. So using Jonesy's work as a starting point, I grabbed myself a Federal Gunship and replicated his loadout with a couple of minor tweaks to suit my playstyle and obviously updates that had been made to the game since he made those videos. And quite frankly I was also compensating for my skill level. And I've linked below to the build that I'm currently using. One major change that I've made to the setup over Jonesy's excellent groundwork is the weapons loadout matrix on the right hand panel. I've set up the ship, which I've called the Boom Squirrel, by the way. I was quite pleased with that one, to allow me to fire one missile from every rack of the ship individually if I so please. I've also got a fire group that will let me loose off 3 missiles at once, and I've finally got a fire group that will let me loose off all of the available missiles in one salvo. The reason for this was that one of my goals was to make this setup a very wing friendly ship. More on that in a moment. The plan being that I wanted to have a long loiter time over the target before I had to go and rearm, and so I wanted to make the most out of the loadout that I had on the ship. Being able to loose off one missile at a time means that some of the smaller targets like skimmers or the anti-SRV turrets, I only need one missile, and so lobbing all of the missiles at them whilst effective was an unnecessary waste of ammo really. I've also changed out the fixed beam lasers that Jonesy was using in his videos for turreted lasers instead. There's 2 reasons for that. Firstly, it lets me fire at a target while I'm aiming at something else or manoeuvring the ship quite hard. And secondly, quite importantly, I'm utterly hopeless at firing at things with fixed guns. Utterly hopeless. Know your weaknesses, admit them to yourself, and adapt to compensate for them accordingly. I've been messing with this for quite a while, but I did mention that I wanted this to be a wing friendly setup. While I was in the process of doing this, Frontier actually announced that as part of 3.2 they were adding wing based ground attack missions. I've no idea as of right now exactly how that's going to work, as they've not been awfully forthcoming with information on that front. But it seemed to me that it would make sense that at the very least there's potential there for a close air support role. That's to say, a wingmate in the air keeps an installation suppressed and effectively offline whilst one or more wing buddies hack the installation comms array or disable systems on it, something like that, from the ground. Now I'm obviously making some assumptions here, but with that in mind, here's what I figured I'd need to do or to learn. So firstly, I wanted a long loiter time over the target. I need to make the best use of the available ammo that I've got, so that I'm always on hand if part of the base should be made active again and prove to be a threat to my wingmates. As part of the long loiter requirement, I needed to be accurate with single missiles so as to reduce the amount of missiles that I needed to get the job done. And also ensure that as I'm putting ordnance down on the ground in very close proximity to teammates, that I could be fairly confident where that ordnance was going to go and ensure that I didn't kill anyone that I wasn't meaning to. All that basically equates to is lots and lots of practice. And thirdly, I need to learn what the different targets look like from the air, learn to prioritise them based on their threat level to me and their threat level to wingmates, and then learn what firepower I needed and in what quantity to deal with that threat as quickly as possible. And again, that comes down to practicing a lot. Now it's early days, but so far I've been really pleased with what little I've been able to achieve. I'm by no means am I there yet though. I've got a long way to go. I need a lot more practice, and I need to start targeting some of the more heavily defended installations. Hopefully you can see from the video that I'm sharing here what fun this type of mission can be in Elite. If it looks like your kind of thing, I'd encourage you to give it a go and perhaps share your thoughts and what results you've had in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. It's absolutely something I'm going to carry on having a go at, and I'll update with my progress and hopefully share some wing action as well once 3.2 launches, which is being installed onto the servers as I record this. I want to say a massive thanks to Vindicator Jones for his original work on this particular subject. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't probably have ever looked at the gunship for some reason. And I'd urge you to go and take a look at the work that he's done in this particular subject as well. And don't worry if you haven't got a gunship. He's also done a video which I've linked below on doing ground attack missions on a budget. I believe, if my memory serves, he actually uses an adder. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for making it this far. If you enjoy my videos, please do remember to hit the subscribe button to keep updated with more videos as I release them, and also hit the like button. It really helps the channel. I'll be back later this week with more videos. Until then, 07 Commanders, follow the greens on the way out, and do keep clear of the toast rack. I will see you next time.